Hey guys, Nathan James Williamson here, and today's episode of Aesthetic Biomechanics, we're going to be going over one of my favorite exercises for back, and that's a cobra peel. Now to perform this exercise, the equipment you guys are going to need is some sort of seated cable row, anything like this, and a magnet grip. Now, if you guys don't have a magnet grip, you can use two handles, you can use a close grip, or whatever you want to use, something similar. I choose to use a magnet grip only because I feel I can engage the muscle a little bit better. Now the muscle we're trying to target in this exercise, again, is going to be the lower portion of your lat, but not just that, we're also targeting the entire bottom portion of your back as well. So you got your upper trap, your middle trap, and your lower trap. We're going to be targeting your lower lat and your lower trap. Get that nice shape all the way through the bottom half of your back. Now with this particular row, we're going to use two weight stacks. Now a lot of gyms don't have that, so you can use just a standard seated row. But what we're going to do today is, we're going to put these two pins together, and we're just going to attach just like that. Now with this particular exercise, especially being, again, an aesthetic biomechanic movement, it is very, very important to make sure that we get every part of the movement correct. Otherwise, like I said in previous videos, it completely defeats the purpose of the exercise. Now again, starting off with the lighter weight, just so we can get that engagement right first. We're gonna start with about 15 kilos on each side. So if it was one stack, that'd be about 30. But again, this will differ from person to person. Now, everything from glute positioning, feet positioning, hand positioning with this movement is very, very, very important. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna grab the grip. Now, making sure the positioning of your hands is in the middle of this grip. Not too high, not too low, it has to be in the middle. The second part of this exercise is to make sure that your feet are positioned on the lower part of this platform right here. Most people will do this. What I want you guys to do is put your feet down here. Now the third part of this exercise is to make sure your glutes are fully retracted as much as they possibly can. Now what you guys can't do is you can't use my body as relative to where your body should be, because the more your lower lats are developed, the less your glutes have to be retracted. Now most people having underdeveloped lower lats will need to retract their glutes a lot higher than someone like myself would, who has quite developed lower lats. Now how to perform this exercise, what we're gonna do is we're gonna slightly let our lats lead the weight forward by letting our elbows go out by our side. Now, our elbows always remain slightly bent. Once we get a full stretch on both sides of my lats evenly, what we do is our chest peels up, elbows go in by our side, and we squeeze the lower portion of our lat. Once you get a full contraction, your glutes are retracted as high as they can. This is where the leverage technique comes in with a lot of TFM exercises. From here, what we do is as our elbows pull my lats forward, my back is pulling my back backwards. This is a very, very advanced exercise. And there can be a lot of injury caused in this movement if you guys don't perform it correctly. So neurotransmissively make sure that prior to moving this exercise, we make sure we're engaging the correct muscle. When your back is in a rounded position like my back was on the eccentric phase, it enables my vertebrae to open up. All it takes is you to twist your body left to right slightly and you've ruptured the disc. So make sure that when you're levering on the way forward, it's your lats and your lower traps that are levering the weight, and none of that weight is going into our vertebrae. Now with a lot of TFM exercises, we do a lot of different tempos. 4-second contractions, 4-second eccentrics, 1-second contractions, 1-second eccentrics. With this particular exercise, the resistance needs to remain the same on both sides of the movement. We cannot lose tension. So making sure that when we stretch forward, we stretch as far as we have to stretch based upon the length of our lat, Again, and that will determine the length of your arms, length of your lats. It's gonna differ from person to person. As long as you're making sure your lats are fully stretching and your lats are fully engaging, at no time in the movement can you let tension leave that area. With every TFM exercise, progressive overload is extremely important. Start with a light weight, get that form right so that every single time you hit these reps are perfect. Once you've got that perfect rep, once you've got that perfect form, progressively increase that weight. The more weight we move, the bigger the muscle's gonna get. Now with all TFM exercises, as a lot of the time we're starting off light, we're not getting a massive amount of stimulus in regards to weight, I always want everyone to do at least 5 working sets. Doesn't matter whether it be shoulders or back or arms or chest, 5 working sets is very important, especially with this sort of aesthetic biomechanic training. So that's it for today's episode of Aesthetic Biomechanics. I want you guys to jump in the gym, give us a crack. Any comments you have, any questions you have, leave it in the box below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.
Thank you for tuning in to this video. We hope you enjoyed watching. Don't forget to check out our latest upload and our recommended video, and be sure to subscribe to the Massive Joe's YouTube channel to stay up to date with all of our latest uploads.